the current governor, Ekpebolo. We saw that he couldn't read out the figures of his budget, and now the federal government has declared his seat empty. What's your take on that?
I think at this stage, the Nigeria as a whole needs to call not only Monday Ekpebolo, I think they need to call even a Tinubu seat vacant. Because as far as I'm concerned, the president down to all his aides are a disgrace to us. If we call ourselves the giant of Africa, we call ourselves to be one of the most brightest Africans, currently living. I can't imagine that we have these dumb heads, these are people who are empty-headed, leading us. It's so unfortunate. And I'm so happy for the Adolites that at least eventually, maybe the guy's seat has been called vacant. But I don't know if it's actually the governorship seat that is called vacant or his Senate seat. Because I know he was a former Senate. So now that he's a governor, possibly it's the Senate that are calling him. But if it's his seat, maybe it's the Nigerian people or the Nigerian government or the opposition that are calling his seat to be vacant, I think he deserves it. This is a man who couldn't call the digits, the figures of his budget. I beg, how do I want to take sign contracts? This is a man, if they will just deceive him. They will just tell him that that budget is 10 million, not knowing that they've written 100 million. A man that cannot, as old as he is, he cannot identify figures correctly. Oh my goodness. This can only happen in Nigeria. What thing Nigeria cannot do does not exist. What thing the God of Nigeria cannot do does not exist. Let me repeat. Because what the hell is going on? Nigeria today, we are complaining as citizens that our country has now become a laughing stock. Just this morning, Americans decided to use Nigeria as a topic, and they use, let me say, the pride of Nigeria, which is Lagos. They said Lagos, Nigeria is a slum. That in Lagos, there is no running water. And this was the achievement the current president of Nigeria used to what? To campaign. That he built Lagos. He built a Lagos where there is no proper sewage system. There is no proper water, pipe water system. There are no security systems. No good road network systems. No functioning traffic light. Look at it. Everywhere is dark. Right? We're supposed to have street light. Look at behind me. Everywhere is so freaking dark. So I don't blame the Americans. Today, the South Africans even had to attack Ramaphosa, the current president of South Africa. They had needed to attack him that why should you lift the visa ban on Nigerians? Because Nigerians will not, fly into their country. And that is what Nigerians do. Unfortunately, I'm a Nigerian. That is what they do. They don't know how to build. What they know how to do, they are poachers. They just jump on something that is working. They go there, they corrupt it. We all know what was happening in South Africa that 3 years ago, 4 years ago, when they started, there was a guy called, I can't recall his name, but this guy focused on drug peddlers. And would you believe that 85% of these drug peddlers happen to be Nigerians? And this is not the fault of the citizens. It is because the leaders have abdicated their duty, they have abandoned their people, and in accordance with human nature, there's what we call survivor's instinct. So Nigerians are just finding every necessary means to survive, whether it is legitimate or illegitimate. They just want to, live a good life, and they are now acting irresponsibly. So for me, I think our leaders, their seats, we as Nigerians, if they are serious, we have to ensure that all their seats are declared vacant. The Adolites are supposed to be protesting that how did we elect this kind of guy? After all, we elected him. We don't want him again, make the guy go. As of today, we are supposed to be having a vote of no confidence in the House of Rep. If Nigeria is a functioning democracy, we are supposed to be having a common vote against this man, that this guy needs to be impeached. I mean, governors are supposed to be impeached when they are not performing. It is a democratic process. It doesn't matter if he just used 1 day. It doesn't matter if he has just used 12 hours. It doesn't matter if he has used 1 year. When that person seems to be incapacitated, incompetent, because this man will run Edo State at ground. He will run it at ground. And for me, I would have wished it is true that the Nigerian government are the ones calling for a seat vacant, because I just confirmed from my source that his seat that is vacant is actually in the Senate Assembly. However, this man deserves to be impeached. Because how on earth will a governor of a key state, Edo is central. Edo State is the only state that connects the west to the southeast. One of the states that connects the west to the south-south. So you can see how critical that state is. Now, when you now put $1 at the center, when you put $1 at the center of your operation, what do you think is going to happen? So the confusion will be coming from the core. And that is why we sometimes we just lament unnecessarily. We can say openly that the source of our problems are bad leadership. How did Edo people find themselves in this very troubling state of governance? How did they find themselves in this horrific place in politics, whereby from a doctorate, an astute scholar Obaseki downgraded themselves to Ekpebolo? How will this man attract investors? How will he attract investors? One investor said, okay, we want to invest $1 billion into your account, and then they write the figure, the man will begin talk nonsense. Don't you think the investor will look at, oh boy, this one, now all. So for me, I think it's a right decision. If his seat is declared vacant, no wahala. If it is the Senate seat, no wahala. I believe the Edo people will react. They are still gathering momentum. And I believe the House of Reps also, they should also react. Because this person doesn't deserve to lead such a very important and critical state that is known as the heartbeat of the nation. Thank you for having me. Good morning, real one.
Good morning.
So we have a serious religious supremacy fight ongoing between the north and the southwest. The northerners, most especially the Fulanis, are saying that the Yorubas are fetish Muslims. Right? So they are using themselves as a benchmark, as a moral compass for Islam in Nigeria. And they have now vowed to re-Islamize the Yoruba country. Like they need to reconquer the Yorubas and teach them the Islam once again. What's your reaction to this?
First is first. I can speak on this because up till today, by God's grace, or you see by providence, I can still read the Quran fluently. That's my name implies I'm Riwan, so I was born a Muslim. Now I'm a Christian. Thank God for salvation. But that's and like I always say, the problem did not always ask with Yoruba people that Yoruba people, our culture, I'm part of that. I always say it, our culture comes first. Yoruba people, our culture before religion, and that's why I like it. I'm from an Islamic background, where you have the Eid al-Fitr, Eid al-Kabir. I meet my family. Even my father married my mother when she was a Christian. My mother was a Christian when my father married her. Even though the father was an Alhaji. You understand? So, why you say Yorubas are not Muslim enough? Then who is Muslim enough? Nobody is a gatekeeper of any religion. I cannot say, yes, obviously we can, like, we see in different religions. There are some fetish something. We even see the outsiders. Some of them putting this around there or something. And they do that things. You have seen the armed terrorist groups putting fetish something on their body. No, okay, if you say your boys are not fetish enough or are not Muslim enough, does it mean that the North, who may or most of them have been killing for religion, is that what Islam stands for? Does Islam mean bloodshed? Is the same? Is Islam part that is practiced in Saudi Arabia, in Qatar, in Kuwait, in Dubai, in Oman that are developed? Is that same Islamic practice in the North? When you say Sharia law, that is the law of Allah. The same Sharia in Saudi Arabia, is that same Sharia in the North? If the Northern people have followed the real Sharia from Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him. If they follow that Sharia, the North will have been very, very developed. And they follow the same Sharia that is in the Quran or in the Hadith of the Prophet. Let's not deceive ourselves. What I think that the North are passing is political Islam. Even when the Fulani came to meet the Hausa people, to Islam to them, what did they do? Did they take advantage of that by lording over them? Hausas are many number, Fulani are few. Fulani are ruling over the Hausa people.
You said something. You said a political Islam.
Yes.
So you are using religion for their own political
God
gain.
bless you. So to them, religion is politics. You understand? I'm a Yoruba person. My culture is my number one. I'm proud of saying this.
But the Fulanis will agree with, they will disagree with you.
Yes.
And in fact, they will even have a serious fight with you.
Yes.
Because they are saying that religion is above culture.
Culture is above religion. That's why Jesus, for example, I love Jesus Christ. When people say white wedding, Jesus did not attend white wedding. He said Jesus attended traditional wedding. The first people that he did, turning water into wine. Traditional wedding, it is tradition. Jesus followed the tradition of his people. Prophet Muhammad followed his tradition. Then before the religion came.
So you are telling me now that in UK today,
Yes.
there are so many Muslims who are in UK who are saying that the culture of UK must bow down to Islam.
That is why.
And the UK citizens are saying, Oga,
Good.
go back to your Arabian country.
Because let me even tell you, religion comes with culture. People are even missing it. Culture first, religion comes with culture. That's why if you see a Yoruba Muslim that want to dress, he's going to dress like an Arab person. You don't understand. Okay, let me even debate small. The reason why Africa will not be developed is because you are practicing religion that's not synonymous with your culture. You don't understand. If you see an Indian man, he's an Hindu. That is their culture, that's their religion. Arab man, Arabic culture, Arabic religion. Islam, Western culture, they dress that kind of religion. Roman, that is Christianity. Same in China. Africa seems not to know where they are going because culture is part of religion. That's why I say your mom want to dress. Maybe on Eid day, you put all these things on the head and everything. That is the culture. That is your mom dressing. What is your dressing? You see a man that want to climb the pulpit, you have to wear tie. Okay, let me give an example. If you see a pastor that put on lawani and is putting with the Bible, no, you yourself, how are you going to look at the pastor? You see a pastor putting with only Bible, but it's not putting all this something that they to wear Islam.
That lawani.
You'll be shocked. But because that dressing is the dressing of the culture of Islam. If you see an imam now, okay, say imam wearing suit, you don't know where cap. He's now preaching Islam. People will be like, they'll be shocked. But ordinarily, he's just dressing in a cultural way. So you cannot remove religion from culture.
Let me quickly ask you this question. Wearing jalamia, wearing all this imported dress code from Arabs, you know, with them to now make it more religious. Yeah. Meanwhile, prior to the advancement and of course the absorption of Islam in the northern Nigeria, right? There was a way they were dressing, but right now we can see that even the Yorubas now seems to like they want to present themselves as Muslim.
Yes.
They tend to wear, hijab. Now I want to ask you, as a Muslim, must you put on that jalamia to show that?
That's what I'm talking about. That religion and culture. People are saying there's one afar. One, I love the imam. I swear to God. He dressed in Kembe this way. That Akpoja is dress. This man is not propagating. You're Yoruba people. You see him dressing, wearing Kembe, Yoruba dressing. You will never see that man wear all these things. But when you look at the man, that is the culture of Yorubas. I'll just give you two examples. If you see a pastor there putting on this Islamic or Arabic way, putting the Bible, you will be surprised. What? He said if you said Alpha, he does not put cap, but he's wearing a suit without no cap and he's preaching Islam. They'll be like, what's the problem? Because culture is part of religion. And these are part of colonialism. People don't even understand. It's like a colonial mentality.
Are you saying that culture and religion are inseparable?
Almost inseparable. That's what the so-called experts have found out. So that's why you see a man. Okay, let me give you an example now. A man became a king in Southeast, in Imo State. If you want to become a king, you're a custodian of the culture. The man was insulting the gods of his land, and he said that instead of worshiping the gods, I'll be giving the gods anointing oil. He said it. That is, to me, is dastardly and is disgraceful. You see a man, you're a pastor, they call you to be a Yoruba king. Since, okay, for example, now I'm a Christian. If you call me, no, I'm not from anywhere family, but if you call me as a person from Abeokuta, one on Joba, I say no, because since I follow Christianity, but they call you to be a king, you're a pastor. You now say I'll not bow down to the gods. You only for people the farmer, that is the tradition. You understand? So it's like Africa, you don't even know what you are doing again. Wọ́n fẹ́ fi ẹjọba alálẹ̀ ó gbọ́dọ̀ fún ìbàlẹ̀ fún wọn. You must bow down to them. You say no, I don't want to bow down, but you want to become a king. Okay, are you giving the Orisa? You want to give them anointing oil? You want to give? You know, so these are, you must, like I said, you cannot have two masters. But here in Africa, here in Nigeria, want to eat our cake and have it. Two things. Want to eat your cake, want to have it. What do you want to do? Tradition or culture? Tomorrow, I'm telling people, I can decide to start worshiping the fact. It's my, and I will never see me go to church anymore. That's like an example. But here in Nigeria, you worship the fact tomorrow, go to church next week, go to mosque next week. What are you doing? You are mixing this up. You are just confused. It's like a confused generation. Traditional king. You're not insulting the gods. Then why are you not becoming a king? You want to be, then go and be a chief imam or a pastor. It's as simple as that. You mustn't forget who you are. Africans have forgotten who they are. That is why, okay, India are developing. Somebody say, oh, independence. India, 1945, Nigeria, 1960. Oh, population, India, 1.5 billion people. Because they stood with their religion and tradition, and they understood this.
So, Mr. Rilwan, I think from your assertion and your submission, should I say that maybe the Fulanis are right?
Yes.
That the Yorubas who have accepted the religion of Islam have failed to accept the culture of Islam. Because we understand that Islam has a culture. But it seems like Yorubas in the southwest who are Muslims only accept the religion, but they fail to accept the culture. And I think this is the argument that the Fulanis are saying, that you cannot call yourself.
We must not forget our culture. That is why the Hausa seem, I'm careful here, seem to be conquered. Okay, imagine, okay, now you are saying that, okay, if you have accepted Islam and the culture, is it not finished? That means all your bad name will have to be changed. Okay, look at my, call me now. My name is Rilwan. That's an Arabic name. I'm telling you, I'm part to be a Christian, but there's no way I'll have a child and I'll name that child English name. God forbid. That child must have a Yoruba name.
So you are sensing that the Fulanis, they want to extend this their conquest.
Yes, it's as simple as that.
They are planning to expand and intensify their
okay. Yeah, look at it. Okay, look at it, Long. Go and look at the okay. Look at my leader in Abeokuta, Alaki of Egbaland. He has a crown. Oba of Lagos, he has a crown. He is supposed to be a Yoruba now. Go and look at. They have this, they are missing something. But go and look at the history of why was it like that? It was a Yoruba that trusted their Fulani, Afonja trusted Alimi. And the rest is history. Ilorin, though the governors are Yorubas by name, but Ilorin have been seen as a north central. And the emir of Ilorin, not Oba of Ilorin now. What am I talking about? So you must be very careful. Love them. Islam good, Christianity good, but don't forget who you are. Who you are is who your ancestors have created you to be. Yoruba are Yorubas, and culture first. Yoruba first. Humanity first before any religion.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you very much for that brilliant piece of submission. Thank you.